And the idea of introducing any more words is too much to bear. She may have just learned acetaminophen this week.
Marjorie Taylor Greene has been talking to a lot of different people lately, and she has been blaming the Republicans on the shutdown. And there are a lot of people who are like, wow, Marjorie Taylor Greene is actually telling the truth, and da-da-da-da. And I just gotta say, I don't trust her, and I've been saying this since TYT has been giving her, interviews and being like, oh, we should listen to her, come, compromise with her. I don't trust Marjorie Taylor Greene. I think Marjorie Taylor Greene is just grifting because she sees what's coming up. She sees what lies ahead, and she sees that this is not popular and what Trump is doing is not popular. I also think it's a lot of spite because they kind of like pushed her out of the administration. I think she wanted to be VP. I remember when she was vying for VP. I feel like they pushed her out. She didn't get a prominent position in his administration. So now she's going against them, and I don't trust her. We're gonna watch this news about the government shutdown and what she says and stuff like that. And then we're going to watch AOC kind of call her out for her reaction about Bad Bunny, which is hilarious. I just wanted to point out that she is not our friend and that we should not sit here and give her the benefit of the doubt because she is still racist, she is still transphobic, she is still homophobic, and anything that she agrees with you now on, I just don't trust that she will agree with you on in, a couple months, let alone a couple years. So I just wanted to point that out, all right? So let's watch Marjorie Taylor Greene's little turn here, because it's what everyone's talking about lately and it's bothering me.
Frank, good morning. Always great to have you with us. So lawmakers remain deadlocked more than a week into this shutdown now, continuing to point fingers, blame each other, each party saying it's the other's fault. Now the Senate keeps voting on competing funding bills, doesn't have support in the chamber. Where are we at this point in terms of ending this shutdown? Any sign that there is going to be some bipartisan agreement?
No. That's the short answer, Savannah.
Thank you, Ryan.
No, I don't think. No. The shutdown's probably going to last for a very long time, which is not fun. But also, I'm glad the Democrats aren't caving for once. Okay.
I mean, they really have not made any progress. I mean, there are these kind of sidecar conversations with some bipartisan lawmakers. There was a dinner last night, but none of it has reached the leadership level. The two sides are very much entrenched in their previous positions that basically got us into this shutdown. The only thing that I would say is even slightly different is that prior to the shutdown, Republicans weren't even interested in talking about health care in any sort of meaningful way. You're starting to see the slow creep.
I wonder why. And now that the Democrats are actually standing their ground, they're like, okay, well, maybe we can talk about it. Maybe. That's why it's good. That's why they need to stand their ground. That's why they need to have backbones.
Of them introducing a healthcare argument into the conversation, but they're still insistent that real negotiation can't happen until after the shutdown ends. So we're still basically in the same place we were before this whole thing started.
And perhaps the Republican who's talking most about health care is Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. Has been very vocal about her concerns during the shutdown and those premiums going up. We mentioned yesterday how she seems to be breaking with fellow Republicans when it comes to this issue. You actually spoke with her one-on-one. What did you learn?
Yeah, it was a pretty wide-ranging interview, Joe, and if we thought that she was going to back away from those comments that she made on social media from the night before, we were definitely wrong. She doubled down. She truly believes that her party is handling this situation incorrectly. She believes that healthcare is a real crisis in this country, and the time to talk about it is now. Listen to what she told me.
This is the number one issue I hear about in my district. Health insurance premiums are unaffordable, not only for people on the ACA, but also families, maybe small business owners that buy their own health insurance. And with the cost of living today, I think it's reached a boiling point. I am personally against the government shutdown. I really want to be doing appropriations. I believe in that process. That's our job, bringing taxpayer dollars back to our districts that help our communities, roads, water projects, you name it.
And a couple of other ways that she's breaking with her party on this particular issue. She disagrees with Speaker Mike Johnson. She thinks the House should be in session right now negotiating this issue. She also thinks that the Senate, if they can pass judges with a straight party line vote, should also be able to vote on a straight party line vote to open up the government, suggesting they should go nuclear, as it says, and break the filibuster to get the government back open.
Yeah, and so a lot of people are looking at this and they're like, wow, Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's not that she's become woke, but like, wow, she's waking up. Wow, like there's this divide in MAGA, which there is. I'm not going to say that there's not like a divide or there's not some type of like crack in MAGA. I feel like there are certain factions, just like same with the Democrats or the left, right? There are different factions and we squabble between the different factions or the different types of people on that side. If she wants to help the Democrats in doing a bipartisan deal to get back in session and make sure those subsidies don't go away, great. I'm not saying that they shouldn't leverage that. I'm not saying that the Democrats shouldn't use that to their advantage. They should. But I think having faith in her or thinking that she's somehow changed or has seen the light is just not true. And to think that like she's our friend of some sort is just not true. She's reading the room and she can see that what Donald Trump is doing is not popular. And so she is going to differentiate herself. And she understands that even though I don't know how long this is going to last, but it's not going to last forever. And so whenever it does end, maybe people will look at her in a better light because she did not support some of these more unpopular things that they're doing. I still am not going to sit here and like praise her and be like, oh my gosh, because she's still every day saying really racist, really transphobic, really crazy shit on a daily basis. So like, let's not try to whitewash her or her beliefs because she is not our friend. She always seemed like the craziest GOP, but now she sounds like she's the less crazy one. It's just weird. No, it is weird, and it's a weird turnaround. And I mentioned this a lot, but I watch Waj a lot, and he actually predicted this. He predicted that the Republicans and MAGA are going to go so far right that Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to seem like the sane one. And it happened, and it's happened. She's upset about Bad Bunny being the halftime show performer at the Super Bowl, as are a ton of Republicans, which is just so stupid, which is just so insane because their whole thing is like, oh, he's going to speak Spanish. Oh, he's not American. He is American, actually. He's an American citizen. He's from Puerto Rico. The amount of people that don't realize that like Puerto Ricans are American citizens is kind of scary, not gonna lie. The American education system has really let everyone down. So AOC has a response, and her response was hilarious. So I wanted to watch that.
So I know there's a lot of serious stuff going on in the news right now. Part of me almost wants to do like 2 serious updates and then 1 less serious update just to keep us going, Anyways, I want to call your attention to this. The whole Bad Bunny situation, Marjorie Taylor Greene, like super upset because he said, y'all have 4 months to learn Spanish. And
So he was on SNL, and this was after it was after they announced that he was going to be doing the halftime show at the Super Bowl, and all the right wingers had like literally just like, we're so upset, we're just like freaking out. So this is after that. He was on SNL, and a part of his monologue he did in Spanish, and he said, if you don't understand that, you know, you have a few months to figure it out. And I loved it. Oh my God, I loved it. I was like, yes. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was perfect. And so this is what Margie Taylor Greene responded with. Okay.
I want to let you know, I've worked on a committee with this woman. I've seen her try to read. They're not mad because he's speaking Spanish. They're mad, and she's mad because she can barely speak English. And the idea of introducing any more words is too much to bear. She may have just learned acetaminophen this week.
Oh my God. I was watching that story and I was like, I have to record this. This is too good. Oh my God. It's hilarious. That was hilarious. Yeah, no, everyone's up in arms because they're like, all he does is songs in Spanish and no one's gonna understand it. It's just, it's gold, literally gold. AOC is on fire. Honestly, it's so funny. And she's right. We should just laugh at them because it's so absurd that you're getting mad about this. This is so absurd that this is what you're upset about. There's so much going on and you're upset about Bad Bunny. And you're saying this is like somehow an attack on conservatives. It's ridiculous. Something that Turning Point USA has decided to do is they've decided that they're going to have their own halftime show. And so this is what it looks like. And so she said, this is great. But huge announcement. It's true. Turning Point USA is thrilled to announce the All-American Halftime Show. Turning Point USA presents the All-American Halftime Show celebrating faith, family, and freedom. I don't know musical guest to be announced. And someone made this fake flyer and it had Nelly on it. It had Nelly on it because he performed for Donald Trump before. And so it had Nelly on it, had all these different people on it. It was quite funny. But yeah, and so there's going to be 2 Super Bowl halftime shows this year. The real one, the actual one. And then Turning Point USA is also going to have one because sure, man, whatever. I mean, this is so ridiculous. This is so stupid. But I mean, whatever, man. If you think that them picking Bad Bunny is like an affront to you, I don't know. To me, you're the snowflake. Like, who's the snowflake now, man? Who's the snowflake now?